I've explored the middle of nowhere more times than I can count.
We turned onto the road and it said no services ahead. We had no idea what we were getting into.
Out here in California, I've walked through places like Slab City and even visited Whittier, Alaska Baggage Tower. But this place feels different. Darwin, California, once had nearly 3,500 people chasing silver in the 1870s. Today, only 36 remain. No grocery store, no restaurant, no hospital, no growing economy. Just a shrinking desert town that still legally exists, recognized by the government, counted in the census, but barely known by the country. Some critics call it insane. Some say it looks like a real-life Mad Max scene. Others think it's a place people go when they've given up. But here's what nobody clearly explains. Is Darwin dangerous? Did corruption kill it? Did the government abandon it? Or did the money simply run out? In this documentary, we're breaking down the full reality of Darwin, California. The boom, the collapse, the myths, the people who stayed, and what a 36-person town really means in modern America. Stay with me, because this isn't just about a desert town. It's about what happens when an economy disappears and a community decides not to.
Welcome to Inspire Hub. Make a difference with every click. Subscribe, like, and share our videos to help feed those in need. Your support matters. Join our community and let's create positive change together.
Darwin, California, was never meant to survive this long. In 1874, silver was discovered here. Within years, thousands of miners flooded the desert. At its peak, this tiny town had nearly 3,500 people. Saloons, stores, hotels, a full mining economy. It was loud, it was profitable, it was alive. Then the silver slowed down. Mines shut down. Businesses closed, people left, and Darwin never recovered. Today, according to the U.S. Census, only 36 people remain. 36! That's not a metaphor, that's official. There are more empty buildings than residents. No grocery store, no restaurant, no gas station, limited services, and yet, it's not abandoned. This is not a ghost town, it's a town that refused to die. So the real question isn't, what happened to Darwin? The real question is, why are people still here? 36 people. That's the official number. Most of them are older adults. Very few, if any, children live here. The median age is high. This is not a town raising the next generation. So who stays? Not miners, not businessmen, not tourists. Many of the modern residents are individuals who chose distance from mainstream life. Some are artists, some are retirees, some simply wanted quiet. And Darwin offers something almost nowhere else in California can: isolation without total disconnection. This isn't Slab City. It's not lawless. It's not an open desert camp. Darwin has privately owned homes, a small post office, basic infrastructure. But there are no stores, no medical clinic, no restaurant. If you need groceries, you drive miles. If you need serious medical care, you leave town. Living here means planning ahead. It means self-reliance. So when critics online say Darwin is insane or full of castaway people, the truth is quieter. It's mostly older individuals who chose privacy over crowds. Not chaos, not madness, choice. But that still leaves a harder question. Is it safe to live here? Or is desert life more dangerous than people admit? When people hear 36 people in the middle of the Mojave Desert, they imagine chaos, violence, lawlessness, Mad Max scenes. But there is no evidence that Darwin is some crime-ridden outlaw town. There are no reports showing unusual crime waves. There is no record of it being more violent than other tiny rural communities. The danger here is not people. It's the desert. Darwin sits in the Mojave, one of the harshest environments in North America. Summer temperatures can climb dangerously high. Heat, exhaustion, and dehydration are real risks. Water is limited. Planning matters. Then there's wildlife. The Mojave Desert is home to rattlesnakes, including the Mojave rattlesnake and sidewinder. Venomous, yes, but like most desert animals, they avoid humans unless threatened. Coyotes live in the region. Bobcats, scorpions, desert rodents. Encounters are possible. Attacks are rare. The bigger threat is isolation. There is no hospital in Darwin, no urgent care, no grocery store. If something serious happens, you are driving out. And in extreme desert heat, small problems can become big ones quickly. Fire risk exists too. The climate is dry. Structures are old. Many buildings are wood or aging materials. But unlike forest towns, Darwin is not surrounded by dense trees. Wildfires are possible, but not the same type of catastrophic forest infernos seen elsewhere in California. So no, Darwin is not evil. It's not cursed. It's not a lawless wasteland. It's simply a small group of people choosing to live in one of the most unforgiving environments in the state. And that raises the next uncomfortable question. If life here is this limited, why not just move? From the outside, Darwin looks like abandonment. Empty houses, rusting vehicles, faded structures. Online critics call it insane. Some say it feels like people gave up on society. Others compare it to a real-life Mad Max scene. But here's what those critics miss. The people in Darwin are not sleeping on sidewalks. They are not camping under freeway bridges. Most live in privately owned homes or long-standing residences. They have mailing addresses. They have structure. They have space. Online, Darwin gets exaggerated. People call it cursed, lawless, a real-life Mad Max desert settlement. But none of that is supported by evidence. Darwin is not a criminal zone. It is not an outlaw camp. It is not a government-forgotten illegal settlement. It is officially recognized as a census-designated place in Inyo County. It has a zip code. It appears in the U.S. Census. It has recorded population data. That alone separates it from myth. Yes, it looks rough. Yes, many buildings are worn down. Yes, isolation is extreme. But appearance is not lawlessness. Darwin feels dramatic because the desert makes everything feel dramatic. In reality, it is simply a very small, aging, rural community. Not chaos, not anarchy, just small. This part is important. When Darwin declined in the early 1900s, it wasn't because of a government conspiracy. It wasn't because residents were lazy. And there is no credible evidence of corruption uniquely targeting Darwin. The truth is simpler. Mining towns rise and fall based on resources. Darwin's economy depended on silver and lead. When ore production decreased, when profits dropped, when transportation routes changed, miners left for more productive areas. That pattern happened all across the American West. Boomtown, extraction, decline, abandonment. Darwin was not special in that cycle, it was typical. The government didn't shut it down. The desert simply stopped producing enough profit. And when money leaves a town built on extraction, people follow. Darwin isn't just a tiny desert town. It represents something bigger. It shows what happens when an economy is built around one resource, and that resource fades. It shows how communities shrink without headlines, how places can exist legally, quietly, almost invisibly. It challenges the idea that every American town is growing. Some are stabilizing, some are booming, and some, like Darwin, are simply holding on. Not as a failure, not as a rebellion, just as a small group of people choosing to remain where history once exploded. Darwin isn't madness. It isn't evil. It isn't a dystopia. It's what's left after the boom. Darwin, California won't make travel magazines. It won't trend on social media. Most Americans don't even know it exists. But it's real. 36 people? A history that once held thousands. A desert that never promised comfort. Just a small group of residents living in a place the economy moved on from. It's not lawless. It's not cursed. It's not a Mad Max movie set. It's a former mining town that never fully disappeared. And maybe that's what makes it interesting. Not because it's extreme, but because it quietly survives. In a country that celebrates expansion, speed, and constant development, Darwin stands still. Not loudly, not proudly, just there. And sometimes, that's enough.